Ironically, I live in a house that is under the flight plan to LAX. If a plane flies over every 6 seconds, this record is called the Air Force. It has nothing to do with domestic commercial airline travel. It has to do with, at the time that this record was made, which was 2005 and 2006, it was at the height of the Iraq War. And I was stunned that people who were in the Air Force could, with impunity and with no conscience whatsoever, bomb families upon families upon families and never see what happened. And I am glad that now in 2018, in the age of drones, that drone operators are having the worst PTSD that the military has ever seen. Fuck them.
Your black hair is like black hair.
On the lighter side,
Mine, I promise, is a
I am on alcohol,
Your acne is like
marijuana, and mushrooms.
Mine, I swear, is brimstone.
This song is about
Like that,
a woman who, after
I'm not like
not
that.
having been with anyone, I met in Mexico City, and she was
How is it you thought I might be?
much nicer and much more interesting to me than I was to her. I had a terrible piano in my apartment in Oakland, where I escaped from Seattle, and I tried to get someone to tune it, but he said it was too justy and it would compound his lung problems and he wouldn't tune it, but he charged me $50 just to show up to my apartment. Obviously it's out of tune. That's Carolee McIlroy singing. That's pitch shifted version of Carolee McIlroy singing. And Cut Off at the suggestion of Greg Saunier. This is the first record for Shushu that Greg Saunier produced. That was Jess Smith on the snare drum. Greg Saunier has produced a bunch of records for us now, and Shushu could not exist without him. A genius and heartthrob.
A sturdy tongue like a plaster toe.
Oh, okay, I'm a dick. I like that lyric. Sometimes when I'm on a cusp of writing a stupid lyric, I think to myself, but think of a sturdy tongue like a plaster toe. You can't write anything worse than that. Don't be lazy, you stupid fucker. And then I try to do better, which is to be determined at your discretion. This accordion that I'm squashily squashing belongs to my sister's husband. He was my friend, and then they got married, and I thought it was great because she is great and he is great. Squash his accordion! So this guitar lick happened while I was rehearsing with the band's 7-year Rabbit Cycle. I got to do 2 tours with them, or 1 tours and 1 record before they abandoned me because everyone else was so much better than me. And while I was rehearsing with them, I played this guitar line. And then while we were recording the record, the aforementioned Greg played it, but completely in inverse. And when I told him it was inverted, he gave me a dirty look because he has perfect pitch. It was pretty funny. This Kilby Court is Kilby Court in Salt Lake City, Arizona, legendary venue. Zach Holte beat someone up, or threatened to, or did. I don't know why that occurred. Boy Soprano, comprised of Zach Holte, not Connor Oberst. I can't remember the Connor's last name. He was mean to me and other people I knew, so maybe it's cool if I just call him Connor the Battle Axe. So it was a combination of 2 younger guys who I liked and tried to be friends with, one of whom was a purported rapist and one of them was a great playwright. This occurred while walking down the street with accused rapist. before I knew that. Throwing candles into piles of trash along an 80s dance night in San Jose, aka San Jose. More squishes from my brother-in-law's accordion. I feel incredibly out of control right now.
Thanks for telling me that vodka's not.
Connor told me Vodka was a faggy drink. I don't know if it's true. He might be right. He has a big dick. Zach Holte has gone on world travels. I haven't heard from him in a while. I hope that his world travels have been fulfilling. He is someone who has been through the abyss and has decided to crush the blackness into productivity and excitement. I have a lot of respect for him. Oh man, these beeps are psychedelic. Beep bitty beep. Beep 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 beep. Bo buddy bo bo. Bo 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 bo. Oh buddy. Kelly McElroy stood in my bathroom recording onto a Blueberry microphone while she sang this song. Greg, the third time I mentioned Gregory's Aggies. While she was singing, we looked at each other with knowing like, man, she sounds real good. She's a cool singer.
Stupid to dream.
Let's just listen.
You might think of me as a man. I can lose my own.
Oh, that groovy bass line? Greg, what a motherfucker. No one knows that he's the best bass player in Deerhoof.
Cigarettes, I
Hands
can
down.
pluck my own mustache. I read it's lame to wish that you won't walk out on me.
Kelly sounds so good.
I'm not embarrassed. to
She hates my
say
guts, and I don't blame her.
plainly the
But,
words,
man,
love and your name.
She is a dope singer.
I can pay all my own bills.
Super good time,
I can
in pitch,
unroll my own tights.
genuine emotionality.
I can tuck all I have to untuck. I can weep through my own midnight.
What a motherfucker! She fucking melts the synth line. The synth line sounds like graham cracker, imitation graham cracker crust. But her vocal line versus it sounds like real key lime pie. This flavor of sound you hear is also known as key lime pie. I'm putting my hands out into the atmosphere and I'm trying to grasp a star demon. Luckily, they're all humoring me and not blowing off my fingers. This is like the third song on this fucking record, right? Oh, I closed the door like Cassio Tone for the Painfully Alone.
I can lose my own time. I can button up my own pants. I can
Bareg on the
roll
Grace.
cigarettes. I can pluck my own mustache. I can pay all my own debts.
Kelly Toy had a mustache.
My own tights.
Michael Bova had a mustache
I make
in
myself to
his later
perfect.
tasteless days.
I can weep through
You
my
gotta do what you gotta do, though.
nights.
Boom, boom. Undoubtedly, that was played by Harvey Milk. I don't even remember that beginning. Harvey Milk. I haven't heard this song in like 10 years. Like 12 years. Harvey Milk. We played this song at South by Southwest, the only time we ever played South by Southwest. And to our surprise, people seem to dig it. More than the older songs. I don't know why. We should have played this more, I guess. Or less. I, for like 20 minutes, dated Nadell Teresi, and she was hanging out at my apartment and reading a book, as any smart person would do, while I was in the living room, ostentatiously working on this song, trying to be like, oh, you could read a book while I craft my masterpiece on a reissue of a duck-down bass with flat-wound strings. Duck douche. Yo soy duck douche. Anyway. Harvey Milk. This is a curious lack of recollection. I'm moving my hand forward on a table. My eyes are closed. I'm touching some knobs, but I have no idea what they're made of. Maybe they're made of Nabu or Boo Knob. And now I'm squishing my lips onto the microphone foam. And I'm terrifyingly reminded of rubbing my younger brother's back with sandpaper. Really harsh, high grit sandpaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scrapes on his back. Neither of us really understanding how horrible this would be. And then very suddenly he started screaming. And my mother came in, and it was in my grandparents' TV room. And they looked at us like we were insane people, which we were. I was 10, my brother was 4, and I was sanding his back skin off. And for a little bit, he was like, go, go, go. And for a little bit, I was going, go, go, go. And then suddenly he started screaming and bleeding. I destroyed the skin on my brother's back. Neither of us knew what was happening or knew what to do or why we were doing it.
Straight ahead, what is there?
I don't remember the song. I know he played it on tour, but I have not heard it since then.
My brother and sister and I, trying to make some sense of it.
I think it was a commentary, I guess clearly on my dad committing suicide a few years before. And trying to reflect on that, I think. The little Phil was me, motherfucker. Tippity toe bases.
The red sun rises. Sadness is still in print. My royal name, Cyrus the Selfish, and yours, Panic in the Streets of London.
Greg Saunier told me he thought that was a really cool line, and I think I hesitated before I told him I didn't write it. Daddy complex.
Listen when the baby calls your name. And don't act
Ooh.
as if you didn't know.
Freaky chord. I didn't know it was a freaky chord.
It's just a fleeting thought though. There's nothing in our wondering.
I hope. I can't tell if I'm. Oh, fuck off.
love begins and love ends.
At a show at Mohawks in Austin, Texas, after the end of this song, some kid yelled, "Analog delay!" during that section. I went bird watching. What a fucking loser dick. At Salton Sea. And to drive there, I had to drive through Yosemite National Park, and I was driving through there, and there was a flash flood, and there was a ton of sensible people parked on the side of the road. And I said, "Fuck this! I'm in a minivan, woo woo, Dodge Caravan." And I floored it, and I jammed through the 2 feet of water, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, lazy ass motherfucker, bird watching losers." And then I saw a huge rock rolling down the side of the mountain. And I saw it hit the road, and I floored it, and I heard this, "Bottom!" And then my engine went doo 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 doo. And the oil light came on, and I pulled over, and this rock had obliterated my oil pan. So I had to sit in the minivan and wait for the flash flood to drain away until the sheriffs, who took 5 hours to get there, called AAA for me, who took 7 hours to get there, sitting on the side of this mountain. But I did have binoculars, and I saw the first time I ever saw Junco, which is a cute little bird with a black hood. It looks like an executioner's hood. Junco is executioner's hood. I saw it fly by any fucking way. The only place I could get my car repaired or a rental car from was Bishop, California. Everybody there treated me like shit. They criticized me for looking like a homeless drunkard. They looked at my license and said, "You look like a drunkard homeless." And then they double charged me for the rental car I needed for the 9 days they said it would take to fix my fucking oil pan, which took everyone else on Earth one day after I looked it up. So fuck those small town, militaristic, shitbag, narrow-minded, tight-cunted, open-assed, open-cunted, open-assed, flabby urethra fucking BS motherfucking hicks from Midtown, California. Fuck you, honky bobus.
Should you be ashamed for more than that?
No!
Than that your daddy raped you silly. Leaning my head on the refrigerator, crying for the stupid world we share.
Angela Saw of the unbeloved Exute had this as her outgoing message when we were getting to know each other. I stole it from her answering machine message. Her first shoo-shoo credit, even though she told me not to do it. Oh my goodness. It's a colossal failure of friendship, respect, and humanity. Those are seagulls from one of the first birdwatching call CDs I received. And then it was slowed down using it. At that time, in 2006, I would have been too lazy to use a real delay. That would have been a computer delay. This is David Horvitz, also known as D2, also known as Mylia's real dad, on the Koto. A real one, not one as procured by the Unsmiths, aka The Cure. They probably still hate each other. So these are all other early beep tweet twee examples of sampling sounds from nature. In this case, bird calls from a Cornell Bird Study CD. Not CD-ROM, just a normal CD. It's cool, dudes. Slow. With swiped bird samples. I still play this riff all the time, like a complete undeveloped. That little ringy sound, I think we play this out of an amp near a wine glass and mic that like losers with too much time on our hands.
I hope it was worth it. Maybe it was.
I pray for
Speaking of David Horowitz, I think that was his line. I know it was his line. He asked me about it once and I said, yes.
It's so clear you missed it.
This is disturbingly cogent guitar playing on a black SG that I bought after a tour that Freddie Rupert was driving on at Trading Musician in Seattle. It's my favorite guitar I ever had. And then on the tour for this record, at the second to the last show, there's something wrong with the cable, and I freaked out and I threw it on the ground and stomped on it and I broke it in literal half. And then I bought another SG a couple weeks later, which Homeland Security broke the neck on. Stupid motherfucking macho shitbags with no heart and no life. And then I had to buy yet another one, which I still have. So my smashing that magical black one required me to have the shitbag macho football player fuckbags with no mind and no future smash up. And then I had to buy yet another one, which I haven't smashed up yet.
Hello to Corey's mom. Say hello to Freddie's mom.
Corey McCulloch, Freddie Rupert's mom.
Say hello to Ryan's mom.
Ryan Craven, our former booking agent. Good guy. Helped us out for a long time.
We're all and have been on your side.
I think this was a vain attempt at trying to mollify all of our dead parents.
It's obscene why you missed what they saw in
I don't remember ever having had a woodblock.
like flame.
This sounds like a part that I probably played using some delay or something. But I don't know upon what. It might have been at a time when I still would play on a tabletop and be zazzed out by that. But it sounds more hollow than that. Maybe I had a woodblock. Oh, Jesus, for 1 second. Drugs completely obliterated this song from my memory bank. It took me a long time to have any connection to what this was.
All you'll ever get, it would be a strange life.
This, I have a fond memory of enjoying playing on mandolin. Playing in Porto refers to having played 2 times with Kiara Lee McElroy there on ends of tours in this little bar with a very high stage and almost no space whatever. And both times, oddly, they're being really full houses and really notably no one giving a fuck that we were playing. That's Nadel Teresi on viola. I totally forgot she played on this. I wonder if she forgot that she plays viola. Probably not. She's cool. For show.
Press my thumb onto your tongue, hand a knife up to me.
That refers to the aforementioned Zach Holte
No rest. The white hole salvation.
loaning a buck knife from his grandpa that he had, and somehow he left before I could give it back to him, and I had to mail it back to him. I might be forgetting this whole story. Homoerotic much? I think this is a little fake pitch shifty symphony made possible by Nadel Teresi, Pro Tools, and
Swamp Monster.
this is a little mandolin dueling mandolins by Jay Stewie Stwank. And all those little poppity pop-pops, also courtesy of Jay Stewie Stwank. Pickle Rick! I think this cacophony could also be reduced to some sort of ultra-organic fertilizing component for your cactus collection. Oh. Rocks and the Fabbit. AKA Socks and the Scrabbit. Written in the classic time signature 556497/4, AKA Quoted Clops Clork Clank, or Clank Clorks Cloopity Clops. Oh, the Roland MC307, a groove box from the 90s that has been powering your reliable 2012 Black Honda Civic since you purchased it in Durham, Gefeltefarb. Stan. Oh, Devin Hoff. Listen to this motherfucker. Listen to this Father Fister. A true champion of the oboe. No bow. Next Star Wars hero. Sometimes when I sing that in front of a live audience, I really ham that bit up. I don't know if that's cool or not. Is being free alright? Is being unfree better? Is being a little in control interesting? Or is just saying, there was no Big Bang, there was no Bang Big, and just going, I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody cares for me. Scoodly, bop. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Want some sweet mama, come and take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. I'm so sad and lonely, sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Scoodly boodly bop, chitty bop 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 bop. Oh. Devin Hoff. This was 2 takes of the same piece of music that he composed, that he recorded in my overrated, underrated, mid-side, squid-side related apartment in Land Oak, California. 2 different takes, same piece. I can't remember what the original name of the piece was.
I said I'll cover
But
you with
we
wax
collaborated
and
on
make
it.
a wick when the night is too cold.
And I hogged the title like a dick, Wigmaster. It should have been a combination of the original composition's title and Wigmaster. Most of the lyrics from this are from
You don't
text
have to
messages
love
that
me like you do.
Angela sent me when we were getting to know each other and first becoming friends. And our little back and forth.
The plane I'm waiting
It's
on.
her first
Has your face on the
her first choo-choo credit
when it crashes
as this
on
song, I think. So I took one take of Devin's piece and then the other take, and I just put them next to each other, and they fall in and out of place.
Spank your ass so hard.
It was a very John
Wow, the 2 hours on your
Cageian
dining
take
room
on this.
Oh
God. Sorry I said that. But I mean, it was just taking one and then taking the other and putting it on top.
That's when someone loves you and you don't have
But maybe he would be more systematic about it. Maybe this wasn't John Cageian. Maybe this was Robert Baggins. Bob Baggins.
Look at my hair. It's a dirty little mop crying for you to send it away.
There's a lot of Lord of the Rings going on in this. Oh, so the title of this fucking record, The Air Force. This will be hard to push my heart through. Oh, did I talk about this at the beginning? I think I already did. This was only 35 minutes ago. This seems, time squishing.
If you want a toy, I'll use it, but that's the most I have to offer.
Mean.
Do you want to see my panties is the last thing I'll ever say to you.
Fuck you. What a dick.
I want to finger every teenager I see is the last thing you say to me.
Ugh.
Don't make fun of my night out.
That oddly I still feel some connection to. Oh my god. It's such an embarrassment. It's, Alright, now the debate becomes, do I let that go? Jesus says yes and no. Thanks, buddy.